Hi, I'm Nate Hill. I'm here from the Chattanooga Public Library in Chattanooga, Tennessee, United States, and I'm delighted to be answering some questions for you. One of the things that's important to know about the transformation in Chattanooga, Tennessee, is that our library was actually one of the worst libraries in the country. It was in a really sad state. And myself and a number of other people sort of descended on the place, knowing that when something is really, really broken, it's almost easier to fix it. And so I think the transformation has been a little bit scary for some people, but an inclusive process that pulls everybody together, that provides a lot of understanding, a lot of training, and really opens up their eyes to all of the different things that can happen. It's just been fantastic. So while transformation can be challenging, I think it's just key to have a great team and to give everybody an opportunity to participate in the transformation. It has to be sort of a systemic change. Otherwise, it won't last. In some ways, they're for the same things they've always been for. But I think that there has been a real shift with the acceleration of culture, with the internet, with this ability to produce and publish content instantaneously. We really moved into a different time, and that means we have to look at the model that libraries have now and adapt and change to be part of that. So I think the most concise way to put it is that we're moving into a time for not just knowledge consumption in the library, but knowledge production as well. And so I think of libraries as places that are no longer just for access to media, as they have been in the past. That's sort of a consumption culture, a one-to-many kind of culture. But now as a place for access to tools. Places where you can go and create knowledge, create culture, and very importantly, places where people have access to each other. And so we create a framework for people to share their own knowledge with other people in the community. I would say that really depends on your community. Yes, I do believe that libraries are for everybody and for the democratic access to information and again to tools. But that said, to be strategic, you certainly have to choose target groups where you can start. If you create a strategic plan that says we're going to do everything for everyone, you're probably not going to do anything for anyone. And so I can say that in Chattanooga, we really have decided to start focusing on youth, to start focusing on the digital divide, to start focusing on young entrepreneurs and sort of that lost generation of folks in their 20s and 30s that aren't really sure what the library is for them. But while these are groups that we aim for immediately, we're certainly looking to serve everybody as well. We could argue the semantics of it for sure. I have no problem with the word library describing it. It is difficult that the word library, it has baggage, right? It already has its brand, and there's a lot associated with that. Because we're not planning on stopping providing access to books in all kinds of different formats, I think it works to our advantage to stick with this name library. But there's a huge communications piece, and you can't just offer all of these new services that I'm talking about, this big transition, without telling your story and finding a way for people to understand that the library is evolving with them, by them, and for them. So the word is fine, but we just really need to work on our sort of marketing and communications around all of that. I think you find fantastic people and you give them the ability to do what they need to do. You give them some freedom, and you and you create opportunities to say yes. You know, one of the reasons we've had such success pulling some really talented people to come work for us in Chattanooga is because they've worked in other places where they weren't able to be as creative as they are. And in sort of selling the idea of having them come and work for us, I say, you know, this is your opportunity to do whatever you want. And just that very notion is enough for them to pick up and move, because it's so hard to create the kind of change we need to in so many different libraries.